Have to fall, still can't stop it. Okay, that's working, that's working, that's working. Where's Josh? Josh! All working.
Right, cool.
I need to attach them to there. I'm going to leave that with you.
Okay.
But it is working. What I have to do is make sure that's always on.
Turn it off for now.
Yes, turn it off for now. Save battery.
Welcome to Staffordshire University for this esports event. My name is Ben Marvel. This is Louis de Montfort. Louis, tell us about today's programme.
Well, warm welcome to all our Twitch followers, but if you can't follow us on the live stream today, then for those who are here in the Leak Road venue, then do have a wander around to see the most amazing activities that we have on offer. So today, joining us in the LRV today, we have the Video Game Society, we have the Fighter Society, we have the Super Mario Smash Brothers Society, we have Staffs TV, and we have the Game Development Society joining us. So give them a massive shout out to them.
We'll be back in 5 minutes, but in the meantime, go on Twitter and use the hashtag esports at Staffs Live and let us know how you got into gaming.
We'll now take you over to our casters. See you in a moment.
Yep. Hello. We are part of your caster team. I am Chris Boddy. I'm joined here today by
Xander. Hi there.
Hello. Yeah, we're going to be casting some of the games today. We're going to be casting Overwatch. Next to us is one of the lead casters as well. You are...
I'm Tom.
This is Tom. He's nice. So yeah, we have League of Legends today at 5 p.m. And then... Oh no, sorry, 4 p.m. I got confused with the times. Yeah, League of Legends today.
Okay, and so we are now back. We should also mention that, of course, Overclockers are supporting this event, which is very, very kind of them. They supplied all the equipment for today, and now we're going to go out to the floor. No. Okay, but in the meantime, we're going to discuss some of the games that are already being played. So we've got League of Legends and Overwatch. Louis, do you want to talk a little bit more about Overwatch?
Well, I think it seems that it's a cracking game. We've got lots of game modes going on today. What are your thoughts on Overwatch?
Well, of course, I'm a big fan of first-person shooters. I think it's different from some other video games, but I think it is a really good game that you can play interactively. And different from League of Legends, of course, which is a massive online battle arena. I think we've got a nice balance today between the two different main games. We do, of course, have other games. We've got Yu-Gi-Oh! And several other board games in the background. I mean, what are you looking forward to today, Louis?
Well, actually, we're going to pass over to our man on the floor now, Josh Lias.
7 days and 7 nights. I haven't seen you for a while. You got me thinking, you got me lost. Lost in translation, I'm feeling gone. But for now, all I have to say is hello, goodbye. But for now, all I have to say is hello, goodbye. All I have to say is hello, goodbye. All I have to say is hello, goodbye.
We are strong. We belong. Through the night we fight. With our love conquer all. With the fire in our hearts, this is what matters. All that matters. This is what matters. All that matters. Here we are on our own. Give me more. We'll soar. With our love conquer all. With the fire in our hearts, this is what matters. All that matters. This is what matters. All that matters.
hold on. Hold on to what you believe. A belief much bigger than a dream. You said take your stuff and go and explore what's about to come. Hold on to what you believe. A belief much bigger than a dream. You said take your stuff and go and explore what's about to come. Hold on to what you believe. Hold on to what you believe. I remember when I was young, and my father told me, listen, son, listen to that inner voice that is telling you to hold on. Hold on to what you believe, a belief much bigger than a dream. He said, take your stuff and go and explore what's about to come. Hold on to what you believe, a belief much bigger than a dream. He said, take your stuff and go and explore what's about to come. Hold on to what you believe. Hold on to what you believe. A belief much bigger than a dream. Hold on to what you believe. Said take your stuff and go and explore what's about to come.
Okay, cool. So, I'm here at the Esports Taster event here at Staffordshire University, and I'm with the Myth Society. Now, first things first, are you a real society?
Yes, we are a real society. You know, we do all sorts of events. We have, 100 plus members. You know, it's we do a lot.
First of all, what's your name? Because I have these people here don't even know who you are, where you can find us.
Yep. I'm Alex Graham. I'm the communications officer for the society. Yeah, and we're Myth. We run, we do tabletop gaming, and we run events, 5 days a week throughout the uni.
What got you into esports or gaming as a whole?
Ooh, into esports. It's probably when I first started playing League of Legends, and the thing is, I just really wanted to kind of see the more professional scene, and ever since then, I've really enjoyed watching it, and just, yeah, I love it.
Would you like to see more events like this put on at Staffs? Because obviously it is a big event we're streaming out to today. Would you like to see more of this, or do you think it's a little bit too stressful for you guys to come and set up and stuff?
Oh no, I would love to see more events like this. It's fantastic we've had the opportunity to do this and be here today. Because there's too few esports events kind of going on here in the UK that the fact that we get the chance to do something like this is awesome.
Obviously, there's an esports degree starting next year here at Staffs. How helpful is events like this going to help boost that course here at the university?
Oh, it'll be fantastic. The thing is, if there's more events, esports events, then obviously it's going to become, it's already gotten quite big in the last couple of years. But if we're able to have more events, locally, and more people are able to kind of go to them, then it's really going to really help the course out, and hopefully it'll be a more desirable thing to do.
Okay, I'm going to hand back to the holding screen, and while I find some more societies to go and interview. So I'll be back in a couple of minutes with another society and tell you what they've got planned for today as well.
Yes! Yes!
So I'm still here with the Myth Society, but I found them playing a game which I've been described as a little bit like Monopoly with trains, although I've been told not to mention Monopoly, but I already have. But this is a game that basically you get trains and tickets and stuff. Here's Andrew to explain more about this game, because he knows a little bit more.
Yeah, so you link up the games, you link up your trains to the different stations, and you collect tickets, and I think the winner gets the most tickets wins, is that right?
The most points, because each ticket is worth 70.
Yeah, so each ticket's worth a different amount of points, and whoever gets the most points wins. So yeah, like most games, points win prizes, prizes win games.
In terms of your favourite game within the Myth Society, what is it?
My favourite game would have to be Dungeons and Dragons, because I'm a huge nerd. You know, I like the board games as well. Like I say, not meant to mention Monopoly, but Monopoly is the one everyone knows. That one's a lot of fun. Splits families apart. My grandma once threw it in the bin. Really, really good. But you know, outside of all that, I enjoy Warhammer as well, which we've got just down the end over there. And I need to give the card games a go, but I'm going to do that soon. So I really just want to try everything. But yeah, Dungeons and Dragons definitely my favourite.
Obviously, Keelgate staffs later on today. Who's going to win League of Legends and who's going to win Overwatch later today?
Well, I'm not an expert on either of those, but I am an expert on Keel and Staffs, and I think you'll find that Staffs is far superior to Keel.
You're bound to say that as a Staffs uni student, but yeah.
You could say I'm biased, but then also I think you just look at the facts. No, I think may the best man win. I think, you know, I don't know who's going to win, but may the best man win.
In terms of events like this held at the university, would you like to see more of them, or obviously I'm assuming you'd like to see more?
Well, running the Myth Society ourselves, we run some events similar, and we're going to be hopefully running our own sort of board games, maybe in the LRV, we're not sure yet, but maybe running our own events. We're doing a board games jam with VGS in January, so that's a big event that we're going to have, making board games, huge prizes to be won, anyone can join, that's going to be a lot of fun. But yeah, no, there's lots of events, you just need to know where to find them really, and you need to keep your ear to the ground and listen out for them.
So that's the Myth Society, and Andrew, come back in a couple of minutes. I'll be speaking to Rachel about the esports degree that Staffordshire University is going to be starting this time next year. So I'm back here at Staffordshire University. I'm talking to Rachel, who's going to tell us a little bit more about the esports degree that Staffordshire University is going to be putting on as of next September. Rachel, I've been talking to a lot of people around the university and people saying it's just going to be people playing esports all day. Surely it's not.
No, you're completely right. The degree has got a lot to do with esports, but it's actually not to do with about pro players, and it's not to do with playing the game. It's all about the business and the industry of esports. So that means that people will be learning how to put on events, they'll be learning about culture, they'll be learning about how to create and build teams. They'll also be learning about all the tech side, so streaming, layouts. And then they move on and even look at esports law as well. So it couldn't be further from the truth. Yes, they'll get to play esports, but outside the classroom.
Have you had a lot of interest? Obviously it starts next year. Have you had a lot of interest already for next year?
Massive amount of interest. I can't believe how many people are thinking they want to come on the course. When we first planned the course, we thought we'd probably get about 20 people in our first year, which is a good healthy size for a first year of something new. But as time's gone on, we've realised that that isn't going to cut it, and we've actually upped it now to 120 people. So 60 people on the BA, straight onto the level 4, so people have got 112 UCAS points, but also 60 people onto a foundation degree as well. So the foundation year means that people can come in who don't have enough UCAS points, might have been people who have been out of education for a while, and they get some English and maths, boring stuff I know, but they'll get that to mean that they can move on to do the full esports as well.
Obviously a multi-million-pound industry now. A lot of people outside of the university you'll be talking to. Who have you been talking to in the industry for this degree?
Yeah, we've had loads and loads of support from the industry. The industry is so excited that we've set up this degree. As we said, it's the first one in the world anyway, but in the UK, esports has needed quite a bit of a boost to get it well known, like it is in other countries. So in South Korea, it's massive, Malaysia, enormous. But in the UK, still relatively grassroots. So the industry have been really excited, and we've been working with people like Yuki, British Esports have been really, really supportive, and their vice chair, who is Ed Vasey, the ex-culture minister, he's been really supportive and sent us quotes about how excited he is. Also then working with people like Codemasters, Red Bull, lots and lots of different people right across the industry.
Rachel, thanks very much for taking time out of your day to talk about this degree. We're all excited here at Staffordshire University, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes. We're going to be talking to some people that have actually attended the event from the public. So I'm here with Paul, who's brought his son along today to Staffordshire University. Obviously, he's interested in esports. He's at that age now where he's thinking about going to university. Is he interested in the esports degree here?
That's exactly why we're here today. We came down for the Taster Days in August for the actual esports degree, and he got the email earlier on this week to say this event was on. So we've actually made the journey today to come and obviously make some more acquaintances, get more involved, and just get a general feel for it.
Where have you travelled from today?
We've actually just travelled a little way down the M6. We've come from Wigan, so it's not a great deal distance, but a few miles this morning.
In terms of your perspective as a dad to somebody that plays esports, there's a lot of expensive equipment around here. Have you been having to fund that for Alex?
Well, fortunately, I've played online games myself. Not to the level that he's looking to play at, but I've done before. So we've got a basic rig. We are looking to upgrade that. I'm looking at building a new PC with him over Christmas. But yeah, so the funding does come from me.
That's pretty much all we wanted to get you in for, just to get your perspective. Are you enjoying it so far?
Yeah, today's been brilliant. And from the course perspective, from any parent's perspective, like I say, it's a little bit unnerving thinking games is games, so you just think about like computer games. But the actual course was more about event management, setting the rigs up, setting everything up, and there seemed to be a lot more, from my perspective, transferable skills that were used in the more general workplace as well. So I was really enthused about the actual course itself.
Yeah. We've asked a couple of people around here about who's going to win later on between Kiel and Staffs. Obviously, we've got League of Legends, and we've got Overwatch later on this afternoon. Who's going to win?
Well, I'll be rooting for Staffs, obviously. But we'll see. Let's hope for a really competitive game.
Okay, thanks, Paul. I'm going to speak to Kiel in a short while, so come back in a short while and I'll be speaking to Kiel. So I'm back here at Staffordshire University and I've dragged the enemy along. I've got Kiel here, Matt, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
League of Legends or Overwatch?
League of Legends.
I have no idea. Can you explain to a novice like me what League of Legends is?
Well, it's a 5v5 game with towers and champions. Yeah, the aim of the game is to destroy the enemy nexus. It's like a team fight game, I suppose. I don't know, it's like it's a MOBA, so yeah, you'd have to like objectives on each side of the map you've got to take and stuff like that.
So you're on enemy turf, really. It's an exhibition match, as you've just been saying. A lot of people aren't rooting for Kiel in this. You are the underdogs, but does the underdog tag give you that encouragement to go on and win?
Well, I mean, we did win varsity, so underdogs is a bit, inaccurate. And we're probably going to win this year as well, So I don't know. We've got a committee league team, so probably going to be a little more fun than competitive today. Our Overwatch team hopefully should put up a bit of a fight.
Overwatch, do you know anything about that? Because I haven't got a clue about Overwatch. Can you explain a little bit? I've seen a bit of it, and all I can explain it is it's a bit like fantasy Call of Duty.
So I think like my description of Overwatch is it's just like Team Fortress 2 with skins. I don't play Overwatch, so I don't really know. But I know we had the top team in the Newell last in the spring split, so we're a competitive Overwatch university, and hopefully we'll crush Staffs.
They're going to crush Staffs, unfortunately. The Kiel team are in League of Legends and Overwatch. We're going to take a short break. Don't go anywhere, because when we come, we've got plenty more to come later. As we've just been talking about, we've got League of Legends and Overwatch. And if you are in the area today, why don't you pop down? It is free. It's happening all day, really, right through till about 4 or 5 o'clock today. The League of Legends and the Overwatch games take place at about 4 o'clock this afternoon. So, like I say, if you are in the area, pop on down and come cheer on Staffs or Kiel, whoever you support.
you, but there are no vampires. There never were vampires, and I hope there are never going to be vampires.
Ready to go. We're live right now. Oh, that is very, very loud. We're going to have that, get that away. Put that back slightly. There we go. We're back in live. So we're going to have a quick game of public Overwatch. I'm joined here today with Joe. I'm Xander. Let's get ready for a nice little game. We have Pancakes. It's Yogi, who tends to only play Junkrat. We like that, though.
Now, some of these accounts are being used by other people. That's the only problem, so
Oh.
I wouldn't go on exactly what their names are.
I feel like It's Yogi only plays Junkrat, though. If you play on It's Yogi's account, you can only play Junkrat.
Yeah, you will have to play Junkrat, and that is unfortunate because they will be locked into that Junkrat pick.
Yeah, you're forced. You're forced. If you're on that account, you have to play Junkrat. So whoever's there right now, I hope you do play Junkrat. Make us all proud.
We're getting into the game here.
We're playing Iconvold here. Quite a difficult first moment to take. So we'll see who's on the attacking side. So we have blue team over here quickly locking in. Pulse will take the Junkrat off It's Yogi. That's quite the intense play right there.
Controversial pick, some would argue.
It's Yogi just doesn't know what to do. He takes the Roadhog. That's perfect.
Simple,
We'll take that.
Simple. I like it.
So we have
when
a
you don't know
three.
what to play, that's usually what I go to.
The Roadhog, just run around with
hit
your
that hook
E.
and you've got a kill.
Yeah. I mean, well, it doesn't really work like that anymore. I mean,
Doesn't it?
Roadhog was quite nerfed into the ground, the poor boy, but now he runs around with a nice little biotic grenade in his mouth, and there's not much you can do against that. He's pretty much invincible.
Oh, that sounds horrifying.
Yeah, so on the red team here we have Moonrune. We're going to call him Moonrune because we can't pronounce his name because it's comprised of Japanese letters. He's taking up the Doomfist here. Might be a little bit hard to play with, but we'll see what he can do. We have a Genji and a Soldier and just a Winston. This could be quite the aggressive team. Versus, though, they are playing against a Roadhog and a Diva. There isn't much defensive capabilities there, considering the defense matrix is only 2 seconds now. What do you think about that, Joe?
It looks like they're going for an all-out offensive play on the defense, which I don't disagree with. I think if you're better, strictly better than the enemy team, then you can protect. However, like you said, they haven't got the Reinhardt to shut off choke points. They're really just going for a sort of... looks like they just want picks more than anything here. They're going to open hooks, and they're going to try and lock in some of those Junkrat picks with traps.
Yeah. So we've got 5 seconds. We're coming in now. It looks like Pulse will try and get off some poke damage here. Quite interesting. They're very, very pushed up here.
Yeah, playing very high up.
That could spell downfall.
There's the trap.
Poor Winston trapped in a little Junkrat trap there. We don't like that. We don't like the spring traps. They are quite disgusting. He will go back on point though, because the Genji does go back out. The entirety of blue team goes back to first point, allowing the choke point just to be rushed through right now. Mercy attempting to get to that Winston, but just can't quite get through that wall there.
It looked like Genji there was basically just trying to pull the team back, give them a little bit of room to work. And we are seeing trades back and forth here.
This Radical Spook is doing a lot of work here. Unfortunately, the Junkrat is throwing a lot of bombs straight into the deflect.
Soldier, that's 3 down on the blue team here. The red team's really making a strong push.
Dragon Blade already up here. Will he use it, or is he going to save it for the next fight?
I think they've got it secured already. That's it.
That's it. Shift striking in. Not much you can do about that. Moon doing some damage on that Doomfist there. Quite good. I like that a lot.
First point, catching it under a minute. The red team are absolutely destroyed.
They're on fire. They just went in there. They melted the team. The Genji came in the back there. There wasn't much they could do. The problem was is that 2 men in the team just went straight back to first point.
And that is Genji getting picked off on the red side there.
And Pulse is quite angry. He will throw a couple of those concussion mines in there, and there's not much you can do about that. 240 burst is quite intense. There's not much you can heal against that.
It looks like they are waiting, and they are going to reset here though. So it's not going to put them back too much.
Blue team will pick up the Reinhardt here, something they should have done a long time ago. They weren't really given much time though to even try switch it up because they were just absolutely matched. And Winston throwing him off the side of the map there. Very angry monkey. And he will jump up. Will he kill him? Will he kill him? Will he kill him? No, he won't take him down there. The Junkrat will escape. And the Dragon Blade will come out. Radical Spook not doing really that much of it. Pulse taking out the Mercy with
They managed to get 1 or 2 kicks, and it looks like they've got on the back foot here. Will he get
Pulse
more?
running away. Will he make it? He
No,
will
he's
dodge
away.
those shurikens mid-air. And he will get taken down though, unfortunately, by the Hanzo.
What a shame. does look like the red team are just sort of showing absolutely no signs of stopping here.
There is no mercy here, and there was no mercy in that fight either, because he was immediately taken down.
Nice feedback we got there. The red team are continuing pushing. You've got 3 members on the point at the moment, and they're keeping them pushed back nice and high. The Roadhog is coming in from behind though. Can he find a pick with the hook?
He doesn't need a pick with a hook. He's just
He's
using
in behind,
whole
he's just
hog.
running behind it. Wow.
He's using whole hog to just take them all out.
This is the first time we've seen the blue team actually hold a push, and they've managed to sort of secure the payload here, it looks like.
Pulse taking that Hanzo out. He will continue to push the Mercy here. He does not want to have a fight with this Genji. Radical Spook is very, very dangerous here.
I'm taking care of it.
Does go down. It looks like the red team here really just need to allow for the full reset, but they are getting picked off by the Roadhog at the back there. He's
Winston
absolutely
continues to get trapped. I think he just likes to eat those at the moment.
big model. It's a very big model.
It's a 2 big ones. And the Dragon Blade will go down. Will he take out the Mercy here? Continues to run towards them. He has no shame. The soldier just running off the edge of the map, terrified of the Dragon Blade there. He just watches the pulse, and I think he will just...
I don't know whether he was celebrating there or...
I think that was
what,
some BM. Mercy will res him though. Well, this pulse likes to be in the air a lot, doesn't it?
He's certainly getting around. He's really actually secured that push for his team that's going to get him the second point here if they are pushed off, and that looks like it's going to be it. That was down to the Genji play early on there. The Dragon Blade taking out the Mercy and pushing the soldier off.
Well, you can see the golden blades here, the golden and Talok with the Deadeye. He did run around the entire map to pull that off. I'm not sure how quite worth it is now, as the payload is still pushing, and they're quite close to spawn. I mean, it looked cool.
It did. But no, it looks like they have stopped the pushing here, and now they are holding on the payload, which is important. It's important to take the momentum away from the attacking team.
Soldier's taking down that very, very dangerous Genji there. Are those Symmetra turrets? Is this an attack Symmetra?
Attack Symmetra coming out.
This is the BM. This is the BM that we really want.
I don't know if you can complain, to be honest. They are winning, so knocking in Symmetra. Maybe they want to get that. I'm not sure. On this map, is the spawn quite far away? Because they could be putting it here just to get a teleporter a lot closer to the payload.
Right in the doorway. I haven't seen it been done before, but we can see it being done
It's the first time for everything.
It is the first time for everything. Mexi with that double kill there, but Symmetra will continue to push in and kill the soldier. The pulse going down to that Zenyatta there. He doesn't care, and Moonrune still doing a lot of damage here as a Symmetra. He is 95% on that ultimate. Zenyatta still has his ultimate. We could look at a very, very strong push coming up here.
And it did look like when they held him by the door, they've not managed to push him back from that, and it looks like this is probably going to be the last fight if the red teams are the winner here. No, it's an early pick there on the
pushes
Mercy.
in, will take out that Mercy, preventing any tempo resist from coming out. This could really change the way of the fight right now.
Ooh, takes out the Winston in ult.
Well, that's how you do it.
Are they backing out?
Zenyatta using ulti. Questionable. He needs to get to that Symmetra. He goes down. He wastes that ult there.
Hang on.
But he continues to put pressure on in the back line. Talok just standing there, and he misses all 3 balls. Quite upsetting.
That is unfortunate.
Very, very unfortunate. I feel like Talok made the right play there. By standing still, he created the intimidation factor, and it just prevented all those balls from even hitting.
Usually when I'm aiming, I expect the opponent to be moving, so that is an issue.
So I feel like it's not actually their fault at all.
No, definitely not.
The Hanzo really disliking this Junkrat here. He will continue to throw arrows in his face, and he will just get bombed into absolute oblivion. There's not much you can do against that. Mexi continues to pull up kills. I have seen him on the kill cam actually, and Mexi has a very, very, very good aim. Yeah, sure. We're keeping going here. And Mexi will bring out the ultimate here and continue to fire on. He will take out the Mercy, which is a brilliant play from him. Sleepy goes down. I'm not sure why Sleepy isn't on the Pharah. He needs to be on that Pharah. He needs to be taking out that soldier and the Junkrat.
They're absolutely holding them back here. They've only got a minute left to get this. It's inches away, but the blue team is really in control at the moment. I'm not sure what they can do to push him back. The Winston is trying to buy them time to get onto the point, but he just goes down.
Zenyatta with the ultimate again. I'm just a bit late. These Zenyatta ultimates are very confusing. But the Sarcasm will take down 2 with his Dragon Strike there.
Res goes down onto Winston, so he comes straight back
Mercy
into
is
the
still
fight.
alive, so she can bring some people back up. Symmetra looking for those kills there. Will get on the Roadhog. You can't do anything against a huge laser beam, unfortunately. That's just, you can't out-damage that. But he continues to stay alive. A valiant effort from that Roadhog there.
It looks like if there's no more contesting, they're going to have to run just back on as fast as they can and just get a player on it. It looks like it may be over here.
And that's
the
it.
First game goes to the red team there, round
15
one.
seconds to spare though, so we do have to, I mean, you can see
Yeah.
that shield gen just in the left-hand side there, really adding to the game there. I feel like that's the match play did.
Yeah, it was a long grindy game for them there. There was a lot of back and forth, which is what we like to see. We don't want to see a stop.
It was a very powerful push in the beginning though, wasn't it?
Yeah, that them securing the payload within the first minute there, really, you think if they could have just held for another 15 seconds, it all would have been different.
It would have been different, but now they have a very, very hard slog on their hands. They will have to get to the third point and take the first point again, whereas the enemy team will have 1 minute 15. We'll see how it goes down. We've got 15 seconds on the clock. Blue team will take out the Pulse on the Junkrat again. On attack here, Mexi on the Farah, we've got a Reinhardt, a Mercy, it's Yogi with the Soldier play and Diva. The enemy team with red team, they're going for a Zarya Roadhog, that whole hog into the Graviton Surge combo. I'm taken by surprise here, we have a Torbjorn pick. I feel like I've been tricked here.
You have been massively tricked into this.
I've been tricked again. Who are you?
I'm
Chris,
you.
how have you come on there?
I just appear in places.
We've had a
and cast
switch
them.
out.
We switched out from
old Joe over there.
Joe to me.
Okay, for this second match, we'll see how it goes. 25 seconds on the clock. What do you think of these team setups here, Chris?
I am liking the defensive lineup from Team 1.
Defend objective A. Where does it hurt?
Two people on the point there. 5 minutes 37 to go. Just an incredible push, even better than the first one.
That was a very, very strong push right there. That's one of the fastest pushes I've seen in a long time, especially on Eichenwald.
Eichenwald is a very difficult first point to take. Like you say, Chris, I feel like that Torbjorn, very aggressive at the beginning, not playing too defensively, may have lost on that first point.
Yeah, it was very hyper-aggressive. He's hitting with his turret and working with that. Dragon Strike comes out, not going to get many targets.
He will pull Mexi in
the
there.
hook, though, onto Mexi.
I think he
does get the res off, though. Torbjorn looking for the Reinhardt, picks him up.
Valkyrie
Scatter
coming
arrow
out.
onto Yogi, res onto Taylor there. Leah trying to take out Mexi again. Mexi's down once more. Talok finding the Torbjorn.
Will he bring out the Battle Mercy though? That's what we really want to see. Self-destruct going down, taking out the Zenyatta. Roadhog, only guy left. Will he use the E? Will he survive? No, he will just get punted in the face with a huge rocket hammer. Nothing he can do about that.
Oh, the charge.
And the charge onto Mercy!
Oh my god!
Nothing can save you now.
Yeah, once you get pinned, that's pretty much it. Unless you get slept or died, that's it. Pulse using the Riptide, getting the solo kill onto Torbjorn. Oh, narrowly missing the charge there.
He will continue to push into the base. This Reinhardt is a complete battle god. He will refuse to back down here. Diva being D-maxed immediately. She's been pushed back. Are they going to stagger her? That's the question. No, they will just kill her immediately. No mercy for her.
Yeah, got a little bit out of position there, I think. bit too far forward, kind of out of the defensive area.
Once again, we do see Pulse here, always in the air. I feel like he spent more airtime than Farah has at the moment. He just loves using concussion marks.
Gets what? 2 kills. Rez comes out on his pulse though, as you talking about it. Sarcasm picking up the scatter arrow kill onto Epic Fail 01 there. The Diva going down. There's no defense matrix for
Mexi does have Barrage here.
Oh, Barrage is available.
They are all
Not quite
clumped
getting
up.
the flank.
Will he make
Using
the play?
Concussion blast to knock himself back a bit. They're very clumped up. Get behind. Dragon Strike comes out, picks up 2 kills. Pancake
2
Yogi
kills.
down.
And he will barrage straight to the Zenyatta.
Absorbed by Transcendence there.
And he will kill himself as well,
Amazing
just
play
to add
by Leandro.
insult to injury.
It's the combo of having your entire ult absorbed by a Transcendence and then killing yourself on the roof.
It's completely upsetting. There's not much you can do about that. Now red team will be without ultis, very low on percentages, whereas the blue team, they still have It's Yogi up with his tactical visor. We've got the Valkyrie and Pulse with Riptire there. They might not even have to use all of them, Chris. They can just use Riptire to bring them back the point. Maybe just charge it into a wall for a little while.
There's no ult available for the defending team. The only one close is the Hanzo, the Dragon Strike again. But the rest of them are all under 50%. It's going to take them a while to actually get the ult.
And the ultimate self-destruct will go down.
Pretty targets for the It's going to pick up the one target.
Take out the Zenyatta there, which is decent.
There's one res available for Sleepy. Sleepy does use the res on Leodra. So we're going to be seeing both healers up to the moment. Little fight going on between
Dobin will de-mecha, and he
Molten
will
Core has
use
been
Molten
used.
Core. That is a terrifying sight, and he's chasing after him right now. Will he escape? That's the question. No, he will take him down with his turret.
Tactical advice used by Yogi then. The turret is picking up 2 kills there, shutting down the ult and picking up the kill onto the Diva. Try using the whole hog to take out Mexi as well.
That turret.
Turret doing work while he's not even near it.
He didn't even need to be near it. He just popped Molten Core to survive the Diva. And in the backlines, that turret was like, no way, Jose, you aren't coming onto my point.
No ults for you, I'm afraid. I'm just going to shut you down.
We have Radical Spook here with Dragon Blade, and we have another Dragon Strike. Can the Shimada brothers bring about a change in this last fight now? The
Oh,
charge
narrowly
missing
the charge.
quite a few people.
He's going to try and find Saka. Manages to pick up the
No
fire strike.
mercy,
They're
Mercy,
trying to
don't
get the
try.
res with the Mercy there.
Shao
It's
will
not
come up
right.
now. Will he find anyone for it?
Earthshadow is available. We're going to see how he's going to use it. He's going to get the shot again, but
He's
he's going to hit all.
running.
He's gonna Earthshadow. He's
Shadow
gonna use
goes
the
down,
Earthshadow. Gets
takes
2.
down the Mercy. There's nothing else he can do. The Genji is trapped in the room. Will he take him out? He will.
Ooh. Nice takedown by Mercy.
I know.
Oh, sorry.
Triple kill
and
from the
turret takedown
Riptire.
as well.
Pulse will continue to push in there. Will the Roadhog be able to clean up? That's the question. He heals them up. He can't do much though. Mexi continues to push in on pressure. Has the barrage now. Valkyrie comes down from the enemy team. Dragon Blade coming out from Radical Spooky. Sarcasm bringing out the Dragon Strike.
Dragon Strike as well. The combo of the Shimada brothers ult is being used there. Torbjorn is picking up 2 kills. That turret is doing so much work. He's picking up 2 kills right now.
The
with
attacking
turret.
team just completely shut down there. There wasn't much they could do. They pushed in. I thought it was a great push, but the Torbjorn turret just melts them. They're not coming in.
So we're seeing 1 minute 40 left on the clock to get this last push completed. Does go for the charge, man. Narrowly misses it. Gets hooked for his efforts though. Self-destruct.
very
Picking up
nice
2
self-destruct
kills.
there.
Pancakes picking up the res onto Talon. He's going to continue the tempo. Mercy, Sleepy managed to
Mercy's
get,
still
the
not
res
dead.
Onto Chai. Mercy's still alive.
Continues
Mexi
to
picking
fly
up 2
around.
kills.
Whole hog
Turret
comes out, takes out
and
the Pulse.
Sarcasm as well. Sarcasm, Chai picking up a whole hog kill. Pulse being res immediately afterwards though. Whole hog managing to de-mech the Diva.
The Tac Visor will come down. Will it find anyone here though? He seems to be just aimingly. And the Torbjorn Molten Core attempts to try and win the match, but they will take the second
They
round.
managed to do it with 1 minute 49 left on the clock, so that's what they have left for the third push.
Pulse, a questionable good game well played there. That could cost them
still,
defeat.
Yeah, they still have the chance. It's definitely possible.
So we'll see what kind of team setups are. I'm assuming they're going to go very, very try hard just to end these pushes.
So we're looking at the team setups right now.
So on the defense here we have Pulse on the Xenia. He will pull off the Junkrat here. Give it to It's Yogi. Like I said in the beginning, that's who needs the Junkrat. If you give It's Yogi the Junkrat, it's an instant win. That's what we need. So you've got the D.Va and the Reinhardt. D.Va there just as a huge big tank, big meat shield there. Reinhardt in the front, cutting off the choke. Mexi on the Soldier. I have seen Mexi recently. If it's the same guy that was playing early, he has very, very good aim. He can definitely bring about a change here. On the enemy team, we have Moonrune switching off to the Soldier. We have a Winston, a Mercy, a Farah, and a Hanzo. Slightly confusing, definitely against the Reinhardt. It could create a problem, really, because unless he's using the Scat Arrow to destroy the shield, I don't think he's going to get very many arrows in there.
Now, we have seen Moonrune swap onto the Orisa, though. Was playing Soldier, so we'll see how that works out for them. We're seeing Farah go over the top there. Is going to get the flank on. Is supported by the Mercy, so we're seeing a pharmacy combo right now.
D.Va will continue to put pressure.
Off to the edge of the map.
Back.
But there's some serious pressure being applied to Farah at the moment.
A lot of attention is being diverted right now. The Red
Does
team
eventually get
hit
taken
down,
out.
though.
I think the Mercy got taken out earlier on, and then obviously they just follow up on Farah, and there's not much you can do. She's not really sustained. A little duel going on between the D.Va and Sarcasm at the moment.
Hanzo desperately trying to climb that wall there, get out of the sights of that meat shield. Very scary with the new rockets that D.Va has now. There could be a big shot coming out.
Earthshatter comes out, managed to hit 2 heroes. We're going to see Sleepy getting very low. Does narrowly survive.
He takes him out.
He got the pin. Oh my god.
They just need to take that Lucio now. They have 4 seconds on the clock. Will anyone get on point?
I don't think they're getting it.
They're on
there's
point
2
now.
on point. There's
They
Lucio,
get quickly taken down.
Lucio
though.
and Farah on the point. Can they survive long enough for the rest of the team to push it up? It doesn't look good. But
Farah
it's
with a
very
95% on that ulti, not quite enough to bring it out. They will take them down. Overtime ticks going down, and red team will lose.
That was a very strong hold from the blue team there.
We'll see if they can get a draw now, you see.
Yeah.
It is quite easy when you are concentrating very hard to hold that first point, but we'll just see how quickly the battering ram can come through.
So they do have 1 minute 49 to capture. I believe it only has to be 1/3.
It's only one tick. It's only one tick.
1/3. So we'll see how that goes. Just looking at the is that the attacking setup of D.Va, Soldier, Mercy, Reinhardt, Zenyatta. We're going to see who Mexi's going to pick up. Mexi, I would say probably the Farah.
I'm going to say it's a Farah.
I'm going to say a Farah for the flank of the buildings.
Yeah.
Supported
With
by
that
Pancakes.
Mercy, yeah. Pancakes has been bringing out some very, very nice reses this entire game. Epic fail. It's a questionable pick onto the D.Va because she won't get any ulti charge. I think she's quite confident, however, with her rockets and using that boost to get around the map. The enemy team will pick up the Symmetra, though. Quite the annoying pick. We'll see if they can take down the Symmetra quickly before she can get the teleporter up. But it might mean that it's Yogi or Mexi will have to switch off to a Tracer.
Yeah, we might see that change. If one of the tanks swaps to a Winston, that's usually a good counter to Symmetra. You just instantly take out any of the turrets that are in an area, and then that's it. Your Symmetra is shut down.
When you play Symmetra and a Winston comes along and he brings out his little electric charge, it's a very depressing sight to see all 6 of your turrets go down. So Mexi will run in here. Oh no, it's Yogi.
Yogi does run into the turrets. He finds them, but they get taken out very quickly. A little bit of skirmishing going on.
Mexi will take out the Hanzo immediately.
Yeah. Pick up the kill on Stuckman. We're not seeing if he's being supported by the pharmacy, but he's not gone over the flank. He is currently just sitting at the bridge area.
I think he's coming in now, though. He goes over the Reinhardt. Reinhardt desperately trying to keep that shield up, keeping away. He does hit the fire strike, though, and he gets pinned. He gets pinned into the wall.
Ooh, good pin there. The attacking Reinhardt doesn't sacrifice his life, and he still gets the kill.
And the tick will be taken
right
down.
Now. I think this is going to be a solid push, and this is it. This is GG.
Immediately. GG, Chris.
GG.
Chain goes to the blue team. A very, very nice push there. I feel like Mexi did very well. Tarlock with those pins, though, insane. And Moonrune, to be fair, it was justified that he did get this play of the game.
Yeah.
Here we go, chasing after the D.Va. We did see this.
This is the
and then he
kill,
walks out and he has a look at that turret and he's like, you do the job, man. You do the job for me.
I like to imagine he gave like a little nod to the turret. Torbjorn Ten like nodded at the turret. Was like,
thank
good
you,
job.
man.
Good job.
You did well. And Pancakes, once again, 33% of the team damage. He's very good at keeping those teams up, isn't he?
Yeah, that's a solid amount of healing. Nearly 20,000 on a 5.5 5-point game there, basically.
Yeah, it was very impressive, to be fair.
Very, very solid number. I always like to see how much they can get in terms of healing.
So we're going to bring this down now. The next match is going to start in 4 seconds, but we're going to stop casting now. We're going to send it on to the public. So okay. Hi there, welcome back to the Overwatch Public Games. Just so you know, we're down on LRV on the campus road. If you want to come down here watch a couple of games and be around for the events later on. At the end of this game, we will have a 15-minute intermission, and then after that, we'll have some league games.
Yeah, it's going to be going on all day, so if you can't come down right now, feel free to come down later. We're going to be continuing with the public games until 4 o'clock when we do the exhibition games of League, and then the follow-up exhibition game of Overwatch.
Yeah, it should be really fun. We have some good competition tonight with Staffs versus Kiel. We had a little look at the gameplay last night, and they both look like very competitive teams.
Yeah, some very strong players on both sides, so it should be a very, very good game.
So here we've got Temple of Anubis, just playing some public games now. We will see what the teams go for. So we've had a quick switch up. We've got some new players in. We've got Moon still on. It might be a new guy, actually. We don't know. Might be just using his account.
Yeah, it's a public game, so it might still be set up. Yeah, looking at the teams, we've got Junkrat and Farah, a lot of AoE damage, as well as the Tracer for the flanking. And then the supports of Lucio and Mercy. Lucio, very good AoE healing as well. Pretty just strong, consistent healer over the whole time. And the D.Va as a solo tank.
I mean, the D.Va as a solo tank, it could be a bit of a problem, unfortunately, just because it won't create too much pressure on the top layer, especially when they're coming through the point. They're going to have to really rely on that Junkrat to create the pressure as they come through the audio. So we're going to start the game off here. We've got the Tracer coming out on the enemy team. That could be quite good for going through right on the right side. Maybe they can push it quite through. The enemy team is playing quite aggressive here.
Yeah, they're looking for that early push. They're trying to get up into the defending area as early as possible. We're seeing Cavalry just kind of go behind. I'm expecting a Tracer main, considering the name, but we never know. He is already on the point. He knows that route. He's going to be skirmishing with the D.Va. Pulled the entire team back by himself. He has gone down for his efforts, though. It depends whether he'll get the res off from Pancakes. Holigo picking up the kill on Moon Runes there. So a little trade, 1-for-1. Orange picking up the kill on Pancakes, so there's going to be no res available there.
No tempo res indeed. The Tracer did a very good job pushing them all the way to the point. However, just the red team just couldn't do really much with it. They've pushed it a little bit, but they just seem a lot of stragglers right now. Not throwing a lot of damage. Zarya is quite charged though, at 60%.
Yeah, I think they are lacking with only the solo support. Maybe if they had two supports, they'd be able to keep it alive for a little bit longer. The Zarya is a good pick though.
Especially against the Junkrat, yeah.
Especially. A lot of burst time from Junkrat, and she can just get rid of a lot of that. Red team are looking to be pushing in here. Junkrat does have his ult available. He is very low though. It's going to be.
I don't know where he's going.
He's trying to get out, but he's not managing to. Does eventually get taken down by Kakibuza there. We are looking at a strong kind of push from all areas of attack at the moment.
Attack are coming out here.
Been used. Getting damage boosted by Pancakes. Managed to pick up, take D.Va out
Will
of the mech.
the D.Va, which is quite big.
What else?
And the Riptide comes from spawn. Will get slapped, but immediately rezzed afterwards. There's not much you can do against that.
Yeah, we are seeing some aerial domination from Chai on the Pharaoh here. He's getting some damage out, but not actually picking up any kills, but that's more than enough. Just to
The
contest for
pulse
now.
bomb will come out. The anti-tracer pulse bomb. Fairly upsetting for that orange player there. They're just resetting at this point. Everyone's full HP. The Zarya and Kakibuza will have ultimate for this next fight, especially with Steve on that Pharah with Barrage. Could we see a nice little combo there?
Yeah, that was a very nice reset. They've all got back into point. Yeah. Self-destruct is going to come out. It's going to
no shield.
No shield, but it doesn't matter. It only picks up pancakes. Orange can pick off Steve as well. This is looking really. Oh, this is looking
very
so good
nice
for the,
fire
for the-
strike there.
It's looking so good for the red team. The charge does come out. Hits the Diva.
Shatter is
Shadow's
still available. Come back to the point,
back
yes,
to-
please. Soldier point damage on that Mercy. Will he take her down though? That's the question.
Does
He
manage to
will
take out
slap her
Leo.
right in the face there.
They look strong push from the red team. Shadow was never actually used, and the Rocket Barrage is still available. We're going to see what's going to happen
That
with
could
this.
be quite a powerful push on the second point. If they can really move in there. Chai is out in the front and will be taken down to Helios Rocket there.
Yeah, we are looking at Lucio about to have Sambar available. He might be able to
Quantum
counter
will
this
take
Rocket
out the
Barrage.
Moon Rune.
Oh, very good. This is strong. This is even less of the defensive speed. Tactical Visor has been used. Zaldi's taken out. There's no sound
There's
barrier
nothing
available.
they can do against it.
There's no sound. Earthshadow has been used as well as Rocket Barrage. It's
Junkrat
just
does
zoning
not know
the
what to
team
do
at
in this
point.
situation.
And there's the push. That was such a strong second point push.
4 minutes 24, Chris, there. That is crazy. We had a great time there with that first push. First push was a little bit difficult. They were pushing them back quite a lot there. However, as soon as that Reinhardt had that almighty charge into the first point, there wasn't really much they could do. The entire team was just split.
Yeah, having Earthshatter and Rocket Barrage available for the second point is so key. You can just run in immediately. As soon as you know they're available, you can run in and you can disrupt the enemy team by taking them by surprise.
The Earthshatter just came out. It was very unexpected. I didn't suspect it coming out straight into the spawn though, but it caused quite a lot of ruckus and there was really nothing they could have done. The barrage came out fairly quickly afterwards and Junkrat, as we saw, was just flabbergasted, did not know what to do in that situation.
Yeah,
ran back to his spawn, very
Barrage ended
scared.
up being more of a zoning barrage more than anything, but it did the work they needed. They could take the point without much contest.
We have a little complaint there that Pancakes is in Japanese. Could quite change the game from there, but hopefully it doesn't cause too much problems. So on the red team, defensive team, we have Lucio, the cavalry. We have Holy Go on Soldier and Mercy. We have a Orisa pick here, which could be quite strong, especially on this top level here. After the new buff, it's become quite difficult to take down the shield, so the perpetual shield there could be really strong. Alongside with that Roadhog throwing those hooks out. There's not much you can do about that, Chris, is there?
No, not when they're sitting behind the Orisa shield. Like, the Roadhog is just going to throw out hooks until he gets someone. There's not really a lot the attacking team will be able to do about it. He was sitting down in front of their spawn there, a little bit cheeky.
That is very cheeky. Bit
Very
of BM going on there.
Yeah.
Especially with the Kakibuza on the Junkrat as well as they're going to have to deal with the Orisa shield.
This is a very fast rollout from the Orange move. Going to try and get in as much early damage as possible, but he's not going to get through that shield.
Zaldi will immediately go down to a concussion mine.
Yeah, as well as Moonrune's going down to Kakibuza as well. Steve managed to get the hook onto Orange. This is a very strong defense at the moment. Leodron does res Orange, but he immediately goes down to Polygo again. So the res kind of used for no effect there, really.
Do you know what really is quite interesting here? That Kakibuza is already on 80% of his ultimate. Only 30 seconds into the game. He's got his ultimate already.
It's crazy how fast you can charge Junkrat's Riptide. The amount of damage his projection mines do if you're hitting them consistently is so high.
So we will see them try to go off the left here, but Kakibuza is just blocking it off. He may as well have a shield over there with those grenades that he's throwing out.
Yeah, Orange has swapped to the Genji. He was taken down and then gets resed by Leodron. But that means res is on cooldown for 30 seconds again. They're going to be waiting.
Well, Leodron does have ultimate up now.
Valkyrie is available, yeah. As I was talking about, it becomes available. What that does is it gives you a charge of your Resurrect as well as letting you be able to fly around. So we'll see how he uses that. narrowly missing the pin on the Roadhog there.
Orange on the left-hand side getting pushed back by a Lucio and blasted in the face by that Junkrat.
Yeah.
Moonrune is just upsettingly sitting in spawn there.
I think he's sad. I think he's a bit sad. Here comes the Riptide.
Another
he's
Riptide.
Going to be looking for a minimum of one. There
He will take the
He
Leodrin.
does get Leodrin with the Riptide. Only a solo. He could have got more out of that, but Leodrin is more than enough. The
I think
Resurrect
that was
is
a very
definitely
key because he's got his Valkyrie and he just took him straight down there.
Yeah.
Tank Visor comes out.
What's he going to pick up? He's going to pick up one. He picks up Kakibuza as well as damage
And
on
he's in the
bottom.
backline, he's taking them all out. The Lucio does finally take him out there.
Holy Goat getting 2 kills as well, falling up onto Orange and Zaldi.
Leodrin desperately trying to get the double res out immediately. This poor Holy Goat is just raining down hellfire on them right now.
Yeah, he's got such a strong high ground position at the moment. He is going to be looking for Leodrin. Not quite getting the kill. Managed to take out Chai with the Helix rockets there. Leodrin's Valkyrie has run out. How Pancakes
Earthshadow will go
taken
down.
out by Orange though. Earthshadow has come down. He's going to get taken out on his push though.
Orange coming back in there, doing some work. Mini D.Va shooting out those little shots. Not much you can do about those, especially when you hit headshots. They're a lot more dangerous than you think. Holy Goat with another attack visor. D.Va does go there to try and counter him, but doesn't do as well as she might think, especially when she doesn't have that 8-second defense matrix. 3 seconds on the Helix rockets. Let's see if he can take out the D.Va here. Yes, he will. Steve just sitting down there, Chris.
Steve, yeah, just
had a quick
chilling.
sit down.
Just chilling. He's confident. He's chilling. He's fine. It's like a cucumber right now. Moonrune's in the backline. They know he's there, but is there much they can do about it? He is
6
very low,
HP.
6 HP. He's going to back off and get some health. Oh, he's not even going to back off and get some health. He's
Orange
so
with the
confident.
Dragon Blade.
Orange will give him a double
kill.
kill onto the cavalry and Pancakes. Is he going to get more of it?
1 second. He gets taken down
Taken
just
out by
before
Holy
he gets
Goat
that
again.
strike.
Gets res though. He is in the backline. Self-destruct does come out from
Holy Goat
Zaldi.
is looking for this
Not
jump
going
right
to pick
now.
up any kills with it though. Kakibuza finishing off Zaldi with a concussion mine and a
He get
kill
out
onto
this.
Leodrin as well. He's
Kakibuza
trapped
taking
onto
him down.
Orange.
And he will take down 2.
This is a strong defense from the red team here. They've only got 15 seconds left to take the
And
point.
he whiffs the shotgun there. There's nothing he can do when he shoots that shotgun above the head. He will continue to throw grenades in there. 6 seconds on the clock. You're not coming out of there. You're
Riptide
staying
is
in.
available.
He runs down.
Is he going to use it as a zoning Riptide?
No, I
Tactical Visor
Oh,
has
this could
been
be an
used.
amazing Riptide here.
Holy Goat has used Tactical Visor.
Double
Riptide picking up
kill.
2.
Holy
Tag Visor
Goat with
getting
the tag
3.
visor.
Steve getting another kill with the whole hog. And Holy Goat finishing off Moonrunes with the Helix rocket right at the end there. That is a GG to Team 1.
That was a crazy game.
Let's see what the play of the game here is.
Holy Goat.
Holy Goat. I think it's
the
the
last
triple
one.
right at the end.
Yeah,
Right at the
I
end.
think so too.
We might be right here. It is in the overtime.
Press Q.
He's getting
Nothing
zoned out by the
left to
Genji,
do.
but it's more than enough. He picks up 2. He
Oh,
picks
and
up the
the
third
Helix
with the kill with
rocket.
the Helix rocket while the Riptide goes off as well.
The cavalry there with that nice aim. Don't need aim when you've got an aimbot.
"34 eliminations in total with a 24 kill streak. That's incredible.
So we're going to take a quick break here, 15 minutes. We'll join you then. We'll have some league games after this, so we hope to see you then.
Hey guys, so we are with 8-Pack and he's trying to do some extreme overclocking, which is quite an insane feat, to be honest. We have live liquid nitrogen with us today. What do you think of this, Josh?
It's a bit cold, isn't it, liquid nitrogen? I mean, I've just been looking at what he did have on his computer before it crashed, but I don't know what's going on. I don't know how that's doing that.
Well, so overclocking, well, to be honest, I'm not the best person to explain. Do you want to give a quick intro whilst you wait?
Well, overclocking is essentially like tuning a car. Like you're taking a stock product and pushing it past what it's designed to do and seeing really how far you can get it. So for your average gamer, it's just free performance essentially. But what we're doing here is like drag racing, trying to get the absolute fastest out of the CPU. And what bottlenecks the CPU to whether you can go really high on it is, of course, the quality of the silicon that you have. So you try and select a really good CPU. The temperature and the voltage that you can apply. The voltage is causing the heat, and obviously the liquid nitrogen here is helping us just to cool it down. Okay.
Oh, it's absolutely fascinating. I mean, as you were saying, for gamers, I've tried overclocking my PC just to be able to get those couple of extra frames or that little bit extra physics performance in a game. But when you're saying something like this, does it have a real-world application?
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, actually overclocking 8-Pack machines are used by stocks and shares traders around the world, Formula One teams, Superbikes teams, people who want to render movies as fast as possible. So in Hollywood, you know, several of the big studios have 8-Pack machines, this kind of thing. So anywhere where there's something time critical and cost is not that much of an issue, because to find the best overclocking parts, you have to take, say, maybe 100 CPUs and then bend them into certain speed categories, which takes time. If cost is not important, but speed is, then that's the industries that usually use 8-Pack systems, if you like, or 8-Pack corporate machines.
Yeah, well, I myself, I'm a visual effects artist, so being able to render that After Effects video or that 3D model is most definitely something which I'd be looking into if I had the price tag. So Josh, from hearing that, what do you think?
It's pretty cool, really, isn't it? That like it can be used to in terms of slowing, cooling the computer down to speed it up. I think that is what I've just basically got out of that. I know a little bit more about it now, and that it is quite cool that you can use liquid nitrogen in computing and it won't break it.
As you can see, the problem I've just had here is like the ice on the memory. These memories are Samsung B die, the IC, so it's able to overclock very high, but it doesn't like the cold. So the CPU really does like the cold as you can possibly make it, but the memories don't. So as you can see here, I've got the hairdryer trying to keep the memories warm, but obviously I wanted to talk to you, so I poured in the pot and some went on the memory, which has caused the system to crash.
Oh,
but anyway,
damn.
that's the essential of the issue. In the past with the DDR3, the best overclocking memory was called PSC, and you could really cool that down. You had pots on it, and you could cool that down really, really low, and it worked great. Whereas the DDR4, this particular IC, which is the best one for overclocking, hates the cold. So as soon as it ices up, it crashes the system. So that's the problem here. So I need to use the hairdryer to heat up the memory, dry it all out, and then I can start trying again.
It really is fascinating. It's something I've always been interested in. But like you say, the contrast of the cold and the heat. In the sense of the RAM, you were talking about bottlenecks, obviously. And I mean, if we were to give an explanation of what a bottleneck is, you could have the fastest horse in the world, but if you don't have the jockey to ride it, or you don't have the track to run on, you're never going to get that horse to as fast as possible. I mean, with the RAM, do you have to overclock the RAM itself to be able to achieve better speeds in benchmarks?
Essentially what we call overclocking the RAM, or indeed the cache of the CPU, is efficiency. So what you're trying to do when you're overclocking for world records or for the best possible score is to make everything within the system efficient, so that the clock-for-clock performance that you've got the CPU to actually makes a count in points. So if you don't see the memory, you have to overclock the CPU much higher to get the same score. So it makes the score efficient, if you get what I mean. So the memory does help, especially in the benchmark that was running there, Cinebench. It needs high memory and response to it. I mean, Cinebench is just, if you like, it's just emulating, essentially doing a rendering like you would do with your movies or whatever at home.
I've used it once before.
And the faster that you push the memory, the quicker you get the job done. So that's essentially why I'm using this IC memory. Otherwise, I could just put a memory in there that isn't affected by the call, but the score and efficiency would not be as good. You know, and I'm always trying to get the best score I can, of course.
Yeah, of course. Well, I hope everyone on the stream and out here has enjoyed watching this. For me, it's fascinating. I'm going to stick around here for a lot longer. But if you are interested in overclocking extreme PCs or anything in the computing world that will, kind of blow your mind, Overclockers UK are here today at the LRV on the Staff's Leek Road campus. Come along, we've got some VR to try. APAC's going to be doing more of this fantastic overclocking and is welcome to talk about it all. And yeah, I hope you've all enjoyed, and we're going to go back to, I think, some League of Legends.
Are we starting?
Wait for them all.
I'm in one screen, so.
I think we're on. Yeah, we're on.
Okay, sweet. Hi everyone, what's going on? I'm Jordan.
I'm Tom.
And we're going to be doing the casting for the League of Legends match. We've got a 5v5 tournament draft pick. And we're going to get that started very shortly. And
As I can't do much right now, they're just setting up the game. But as soon as they're in, we can start talking about any bans, picks, what might work well, what might not. Oh yeah, feedback. Obviously, we've never seen these guys play before because of pubbies, but we can deduce from what they've got going.
Yeah, with Worlds going on at the moment, we might actually be able to see a fair amount of Worlds-related sort of picks, which would be interesting to see. Yeah, it would be good to see the Ardent Sensor Rush supports, which is definitely popular at the moment. And hopefully we see some good playing from both sides. Hopefully it's not just a sweep by one team. That would be quite upsetting.
It would. Be nice to see some. I like the games with where they're getting early Barons.
Yeah, especially with the Rift Herald as well now being such a vital part of it. It's good to see people rush the Rift Herald and manage to get that out on objectives. It's really good for as well for if teams are quite behind. And it's really good to see teams get on the objectives and prioritise who that's on, and hopefully we see some good objective pushes, maybe grouping up like mid-game. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what people pick.
There's also been some changes to Dragon recently, haven't there, with elemental elements put into it.
Yeah, so with the elemental drakes, they work a lot differently to the old ones. Obviously, they stack with Elder Dragon, which would be really cool to see if there's any fights around the objectives, which is something you see a lot, obviously, in Worlds and those sort of things, and lane swaps. But yeah, expect some fights over Drag. Hopefully there's good communication, but again, remember these guys have only just sort of grouped up today. Some will know each other, some won't. So don't expect this to compete with Worlds, but we are seeing some good ranked people. We've seen a few a diamond, we've got some gold, silvers, and a few bronzes. So the teams are relatively balanced, and yeah, it should be interesting to see.
Watch out for that provisional player.
Yeah, you never know. That might be a Smurf. You don't know.
This could be a good one. Could be a very good one.
Yeah, it might be the provisional diamond or challenger Smurf that we've all been waiting to see come out.
So as far as League goes, what's in the sort of meta at the moment, in your opinion?
At the moment, you've seen a lot of tank. It's still revolving a lot around tanks. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Gnar in this game going either top lane or, well, probably just top lane if anything. But yeah, as you can see, we're going into the draft picks now. We're going to see who gets banned out first.
Banning being picked by
Two Girls, One Draven. We won't
and,
talk about the name. So Lulu banned out first, so you can tell that they're obviously aiming to get rid of the Ardent Sensor Russian characters.
Yeah.
Lulu being a very good character for that at the moment. The next ban, Darius as well, so there's obviously someone who's got a bit of beef against Darius on the top lane.
Yeah.
Probably some bad experiences. Janna as well. So it seems like the left team are just trying to get rid of the Ardent Sensor rushing characters, because obviously with Ardent Sensor it gives you that extra 10% shield and health. And getting that item early game as a support can really take off in a lane. It can give your ADC the potential to dive tower really if they wanted to. The red team, banning Ornn, and then the blue team now banning Tristana now going as well. Tristana actually was played on Friday by Misfits, and they actually nearly beat SKT running a Tristana in Leona Bot. They took their games 2-1, and then it ended up as 3-2, sadly. But there's obviously some people who probably had bad experiences with Tristana.
Trundle.
Now we're seeing the picks. So Trundle's been taken by 2 girls, 1 Draven.
Weird pick for 2 girls, 1 Draven.
Yep, you'd think so, yeah. Now we're seeing a J4 on the other side, so that'll be the jungler.
We got the Lee Sin pick here. Thinking about it.